Hey everybody, Taylor Haney, Singletrack Surgeon, coming at you with another video, and today I'm out here in Hulda Crooks, California. I'm back, and we are going to be checking out and doing some reconnaissance work to see what condition Badger Blitz is in, because hopefully, maybe, we'll be finishing it this year. So we'll have that climb from the bottom of Outlaw and Caldera all the way back to the flag. But I'm not here by myself today. I'm joined by the foreman, and over there, we got SoCal Snowball. So we're gonna be doing some work. We'll bring you along, see what the trail looks like now, and what the plans are, and get this thing started. Phew! We're up here near the top of where the digging actually stopped, which is up around this corner, which goes up over there, and that's actually the best condition of the trail. Most of it kind of looks like this, where it's rideable if you know where the trail is, but if you don't know where it is, it's a little bit difficult to follow. So Jack is burning in lines right now, and we're gonna follow him with a shovel and try and rake out all this grass before it gets any taller and we lose the trail. We're slowly making our way down the trail. A couple switchbacks are buried. Some areas are like this, where it's not too much work to get them rolling again, but then some areas are like this. Super deep grass, and you just have to move it off the high side with the McLeod. And Snowball's clearing it off with the rake. It's like a modified scrape and rake. Except there's not really any scraping because the dirt's too wet.
Heavy too.
That's one thing I hear a lot of people, they get excited when it rains and they're like, okay, cool, there's gonna be good dirt. Well, you kind of have to wait a little bit, because if the dirt's too wet, it's not gonna pack well. And it's just so heavy that it's more work than it's worth. So I usually like to wait a couple days till the ground saturates all the way down, so you actually have more moisture to work with. Because yeah, if you're going right after a rain, dirt's just way too heavy. Do you approve of what we're doing? You approve of what we're doing? Shake. Oh yes, he likes it. He likes it. We need a snack update. What's going on over here?
Well, after the climb through the thickness, kind bars keep you in a kind mood.
Be kind, rewind. All right, Jack, snack update. Grass is good? All right, there we go. One of the biggest hurdles of rebuilding and reshaping Badger Blitz is going to be a lot of these switchbacks. I think there's only one that's satisfactory in my mind. So as we were talking about stuff, Snowball got me thinking and thinking and thinking. I said I wasn't gonna do any dirt work today, and here we are, doing dirt work. So this is one of the switchbacks I think was probably the closest to being really rideable uphill and downhill. But a lot of this dirt is gonna have to go from here down to there, so he's actually pulling that down. And then I'm actually digging down here. I'm gonna stop digging down about halfway point, and then I'll keep shaving some of this dirt off, and we'll try and level out the switchback, and it will make it a little bit tighter, but should be a little bit easier because it won't be as uphill. We gotta get confirmation from this guy. Jack, do you think we're doing a good job? You think we're doing a good job? Oh, you don't? We gotta do better. Jack says it's not good enough. Jack's coming to check out our work. Finished this berm, at least for today. This isn't the final product, but if I step over here, you can see it is a lot more level. So we're gonna still have to bring some of this dirt here, over here, to kind of reduce this tilt here, make it easier to climb up, but it's a lot more round, so at least you can climb up it. This is a climbing trail, so the priority is making it easy to climb, and we're gonna head down the trail and see what the rest of it looks like. I did actually check. It's been about 2 years since I've done work on this trail, and the structural component of this trail is in really good condition, actually. There aren't really any slides. The bench was cut wide enough that it really doesn't disappear. There's some cosmetic work here and there to make it look up to par, but it's mainly overgrowth. So if any of you guys want to help out, it's pretty simple. Just to trim some of the stuff back, you don't really have to do any structural work, and clearing a lot of these weeds would really help me out. Now we've come to the switchback that I actually think is in the best condition. It may not look like it, but this was gnarly to cut out. This was probably a full day of work just cutting out this huge amount of dirt here. And I was really worried that the whole thing would just slide right off. But the trail's still here. There is a little sliding. You can see here, water has broken some of this up, a couple slide areas, but the trail was here. So if we just bench this out, this is still wide enough to make a pretty good corner. I would say we'll probably end up cutting in just a tad more to be safe, but I'm really happy with this one. Hanging down the edge of the trail, this is one of the least overgrown spots because the donkeys did walk on this. You can actually see some of their hoof prints and why this is kind of bumpy. So we will have to scrape and rake this, which is a process of taking a shovel and making everything nice and smooth and then raking it, make sure everything gets nice and packed. Getting the Snowball's bike, decided not to ride up because everything was super thick like this until we got up there and cleared a lot of it. So this is a lot of that stuff that we need help clearing. We're getting near the entrance to the canyon down there, and this is actually one of the spots I always chuckle at. I was working with a couple of different guys when I started working on Badger Blitz, and one day they came out when I wasn't here and dug this in. It's like 20% gradient, so we didn't end up actually using that. We cut this in around the corner. That's actually been one of the hardest things for me to learn, is that when you're building a climbing trail, always make it more mellow than you think it should be, because a lot of times you'll build something, you think it looks good, and then you get on your bike and you're like, I don't want to ride up this.
Oh, just a little overgrown.
Now we're down in the canyon, and one of my favorite features of this trail is so crazy overgrown. Look at this. I rode down this probably 3 months ago, and you could ride through it pretty easily, and well, the line is somewhere in there. Thread the needle and into the jungle. So to say that we need a little bit of help clearing this is an understatement, but we're close. If we get it cleared and do some work up at the top, at least the e-bikes will be able to take it to the flag, which will help add traffic, clear the trail, get it nice and smooth for summer. And if we get a lot of help, maybe we can cut in the rest of the line, so upper Badger Blitz all the way to the flag, nice easy gradient. So even the analogs can go all the way up and not have to worry about killing their lungs. So, good productive day, digging in the hills, setting the tone for Badger Blitz. And well, now we're gonna get cleaned off because we're kind of soaked and dirty and covered in mud. We're gonna watch some Supercross.
Yay.
Phew.